On the shores of Lake Erie, in a city built on strength, it takes an entire season to earn the right to stand here.
Big shot. Big strike. Gets 10. Gets the win. Can the legend answer one more time? You better believe it.
Every shot, every frame, every moment when pressure demanded an answer. Some arrived and made history. Some returned and conquered again.
There's 10. And the second time winning this event.
Each one left her name in the final chapter of the season. Here champions have risen, legacies have been written. One tournament, one final test, one woman left standing. The finals of the PWBA Tour Championship starts right now on Bowling TV.
Town Lanes in Parma Heights, Ohio, just outside Cleveland. It is time for the final round of the 2026 PWBA Tour Championship. 5 bowlers remain looking for one title, the season-ending major, and a chance to be written into women's bowling history. Great crowd here tonight on hand, ready for step-ladder bowling, led by our top seed, Jillian Martin. Welcome, bowling fans. This is it. Season finale. Dave Ryan alongside Sid Brummett, PWBA Tour star bowler. Emil Williams Jr. joins us throughout our stream as well. All right, Sid, you bowlers started way back in May in Rockville, Illinois with the beginning of the season, and now we culminate here tonight, and it's a major, everything on the line.
No doubt. It feels like we've lived 3 lives since we bowled in Rockford, but we've crowned so many champions, all of them unique up until this point. We may have our first repeat. I'm excited to see if Stephanie can pull that off, but realistically, we've seen great performances from all of these women all year, and that's how they made it here today.
And the top seed, Jillian Martin from Stowe, Ohio, about 40 minutes away from here, tries to make some history, could be the youngest ever modern-day Triple Crown winner.
There's no doubt, and you know, we were talking to Birgit last night, and we just said, what do you think of Jillian? She said, she's just that good. And, you know, talent recognizes talent, game recognizes game, if you will. And so we all know that Jillian's great. Can she get it done today? We'll have to wait and find out.
She's only 40 minutes from home. She's 22 years old. An exciting moment for the top seed here tonight. Let's go now to email.
And Dave and Sid, if taking advantage of the opportunity was a person, it's Birgit Norreich. She went from 24th to 2nd. She had to wait the entire round of 8 to see if Hope Gramley or Sydney Brummett will win their respective matches. Hope won. Unfortunately, our Sid lost, which snuck Birgit into the top 24 by 172 pins. Here she is with an opportunity to win another major title.
Emil, what a chance. Ready to meet our bowlers for match 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, our number 5 seed from McKinney, Texas, Miss Stephanie Johnson.
Match 1, Stephanie Johnson. Head-to-head with Lauren Russo. Deniz Avyalova is the 3 seed, 2-time Queens champion. Birgit Norreich, as Emil talked about, the 2 seed, top seed, 1 match to win, the youngster Jillian Martin. Underway tonight from suburban Cleveland. 6-10 for Steph.
The fresh was interesting on this pattern. A lot of players chose to use some surface and start to the right, but the problem with that is it went away really quickly and you ended up moving left fairly quick. Still throwing aggressive bowling balls. Stephanie throwing a swan here. She threw a dynasty quite a bit throughout the week. A spawn tends to flare a bit more than a dynasty.
Steph, the 5 seed for the 6-10, got that. Big pizza party, watch party going on in the Metroplex with her family tonight.
From Wentzville, Missouri, Miss Lauren Russo.
Here's the coach, Lauren Russo. Head coach Maryville, the Saints.
Kids move in next week.
Yeah, National Coach of the Year a couple years back for her. Trying for a 2nd career title and 1st major. On this show a year ago in Rochester. Was 1 and done. Would like it to be different tonight. '25 title went to Shannon Blahowski. help on the 7-pin. And again, we got a 6-10 here to start.
Yeah, fortunate break there for Lauren. Almost copycat shots between Stephanie and Lauren there. Both left of where they would want them to be. Just needs to be a bit further right down lane for that to have an opportunity to hit the pocket and possibly strike. Pins like to fly around here at Yorktown Lane, so be on the lookout for some messengers, cool splits being made. You never know.
Second step ladder appearance of the year for Lauren. .610. Has her mark. Sid, as we check the oil pattern for tonight.
I asked Stephanie Zavala when they started practice, I said, hey, what are you bowling on? She goes, an airplane. I'm bowling on an airplane. We've seen shapes like this before, 45 feet, 30 mils. That can feel like a lot of volume for the women to bowl on. It doesn't feel like it here. Yorktown is a very high friction center. What I notice is the 22 on the forward pass of that volume, only 8 on the reverse, so the pattern's going to break down quickly. The heavy loads of volume in the middle part of the lane are what the women are going to use to have their best opportunity to get strikes, just like that one there from Lauren.
10-pin kicked out for Lauren, second frame. 8 spare strike to begin things for Lauren Russo. 5-seed Stephanie didn't bowl in the first 2 events of the championship week, was home in the Dallas Metroplex getting the kids ready for school.
It is that time of year.
And made the trip up here. Had a win this year already in Rochester. Champions this year. And the rest filling out points list to 24. Made this event. We're down to 5. Second frame for Steph. Pays a price. Big 4, tough break.
I agree with the facial expression she made after that shot. I thought it was pretty good coming off of her hand. More than likely just needs to move. This one here about 16 or 17 at the arrows. I'm looking for it to get just to the right of that 3-pin is what I'm looking for. We don't have rangefinders in this building, so the reflections of the pins are quite helpful to figure out, did I get my ball far enough right? Was it too far left?
Near impossible make. Big 4. 4-7 yes, 6-10 no. Open frame for Steph. From McKinney, Texas. Does have a major 2018 Players Championship near her hometown. That was in Plano, Texas. Rochester Open the last 2 years in upstate.
Yeah, it feels like between Stephanie and Shan P, they own Rochester. We were copycats from last year to this year. It felt like we were living in a parallel universe. Same thing happening over and over again.
Shannon won 2 last year, including the Tour Championship, this event. Third for Steph, off the big 4. That crosses over runway Brooklyn there.
That ball's just not correct. It wants to get offline really, really quickly. If I had to guess, the motion she's making, she's probably saying it's hooking at my feet. Got to use something different. Because the ball flares so much, it's going to want to get offline. She can go to something that is a little bit weaker. A Dynasty would make a little bit of sense. She could also go to something like an Alert. That's a smaller core. That'll float through it much differently. She also has an Effect Tour that she drilled last night. Excuse me, that she drilled coming into this event.
Six, 9, 10. Got that. Steph is 42 and a chance with the win tonight to become eligible for the PWBA Hall of Fame. 10 titles or 5 titles with 2 majors. This would be her second. Got to be at least 40. And she told us last time, I'm going to appreciate every moment I'm on the set here tonight. Just don't know when get that chance again. She is not retiring them. She was clear to emphasize that. She'll be back in 2027.
The conversation scared me last night. I thought she was telling us, may or may not bowl anymore. I wasn't ready to hear that as somebody who
None of us
competes
were,
against her.
yeah.
I wasn't ready.
Good shot from Lauren, right on the mark.
Yes, I was really glad when she cleared that up. Lauren's choosing to throw an effector. Similar part of the lane as Stephanie, and it may look like she's being a lot steeper than Stephanie is, but I actually think they're playing the lanes fairly similar, just Stephanie's ball is getting offline more quickly, so it can't get as far to the right as Lauren's is.
Up 26 pins early here. Chance for the turkey. 36-pin lead into her 4th frame. Big shot early. Right at it, trip 10-pin down to go. Nice start for Russo. Husband Matt is here, 2-time titleist on the PBA Tour, former Rookie of the Year. Also assistant coach to Lauren on the Maryville program in St. Louis. And Lauren told us last night I could equal him and have a major.
Technically,
That
it's one up.
puts me a leg up.
This is a ball change for Stephanie, going to go into a warning alert. Much smaller core, symmetric piece rather than ASIM, and it's a hybrid. So basically everything you can change, Dave, she is changing with the choice of equipment here.
Can't wait. Comes in high, crossing over. Some late help on the 10-pin, down it goes.
We usually call that Hall of Fame carry when somebody's already in. What about like future Hall of Fame carry? Does that count?
Could be with a win tonight.
It could be.
Hall of Fame eligible.
And she'll get there at some point, right? USBC for sure, but she'll get there. She'll keep competing, no matter what happens tonight. But it has to get further right than that. It has to.
It's our first strike. It's the cut of the 26. Russo's got the look, 8 spare, and the turkey. It's go time for Steph. Big shot. 4-pin. Avoids a split, that's a good news.
That is. I thought the 410 was going to stand for a second.
Kids watching back home with husband Chris. Big watch party we talked about. Cheese pizza, I understand, was the order. Nothing too crazy on top of the pizza pies. Standard stuff. For the mark, got that.
Next year, Dave, we're headed to the East Coast quite a bit for the 2027 tour. You guys will be able to tune in, watch us on that. But you know what the best part about the 2027 tour
What's
is on
that?
the East Coast? Good pizza.
Oh, there
all
you
the
go.
time. It's been the topic of conversation with my family. We're so excited.
Four-bagger. Go up by 46 here for Lauren. 9-pin. Good shot.
I'm interested to see where this one gets down lane. Looks really similar to the last few shots. Came off of it a bit more quickly, so might just be time for Lauren to move on that right lane. Anytime you see a pattern that has significantly more forward oil than reverse, you know that it's going to migrate really quickly. That oil is going to want to move on you. If you see the opposite, the pattern's going to stay and hang out. You won't have to move your feet that often or ball change that often. But with the majority of the oil being on the forward pass, it's not a surprise that the players are moving their feet quite a bit.
9-pin, 9 spare for the 4 seed. Back-to-back years on this PWBA Tour Championship show, but you told us last night I want a much different result than my one and done last year. Also interesting, you talked to us, Sid, last night in an email about being a separator. By that, she really works hard with her coaching life and her bowling life to put a border between the two, because it's a lot to keep track of. You've been part of college coaching a long time too, and competing on tour.
Yeah, it can be difficult. The college season is one of the longest sports seasons in all of collegiate athletics, and then you come out here right when you're done with college bowling. It's a lot to manage, and kudos to all of the college coaches out there that are doing their best to balance.
Great shot. Right at it. Tattoos the 1-3 pocket, and down they go into the pit. And Lauren Russo is in control. Match one here. Step ladder bowling from outside Cleveland. The Tour Championship show is underway. We're back after this.
Get closer to the action. Follow PWBA's YouTube channel for content you won't find anywhere else. Last place Larry gets mic'd up. No!
It's magnetic, so when I'm nervous, I can do like, ah! It's great. Yeah!
Phase two makes me want to open up too much, and I don't want to cover that many boards, so we're going to something that doesn't flare as much.
Oh, okay.
What the hell?
See it. I love bowling. At 8 a.m.
Hit subscribe and never miss a moment.
Banners here for this year's champions. PWBA Rochester Open for Steph. Won that event 2 years in a row. Trying for a second title. Could we have a repeat winner on tour? This is the last chance for that to happen. We've had 11 champions so far, including Lucy, Annalise O'Brien, and Spencer Robarge won that in Houston. All unique winners for the other singles events.
Yeah, both Stephanie and Jillian could find their way to being a repeat champion tonight.
Maybe it happens, but right now, out of the break, Steph's in a big hole. First shot on the break, lane 24. Okay, good pin action and much needed.
That one got far enough to the right. Was really excited to see that. About 17 at the arrows. This one gets further right than Lauren's does, to the very right side of the 3-pin, left side of the 6.
Let's go to email.
All right, guys, I talked to Brunswick ball rep Jason Wojnar specifically about Steph, and he said when they practiced, the ball was pushing fine. As soon as the lights came on, though, she experienced early hook. So now, of course, with the ball change, they are looking for a fresh front, so the big jump was next to try to get the ball through the front part of the lane.
Got to make your move, Emil. No time to waste. Steph for the double. Needs this one, too. Okay, that's better. 4-pin goes down late. And cuts into the lead, putting some pressure on Coach Russo.
With a move that Emil talked about, that's every single possible thing you could think about changing, she changed. Right? Location, the type of bowling ball is the opposite of what she was throwing before. I'm sure there's a slight change in a versatility skill here or there to allow her to be further left as well.
Over 25. Looks for the double. Expand that lead. Does just that. Trip 10-pin. Good shot.
This is the difference that I saw at the Lucy from Lauren, is her ball roll is much more forward than I've seen in previous years. It gave her a lot of room at that event. And then we came here, and I noticed the exact same thing. She's went through quite a few fit changes over the last year to allow that to happen. She said it wasn't on purpose for the ball roll to change to that, but it did naturally occur with the fit changes she's made. Her ball is more controlled down lane. It allows her to have more hold than some of her other competitors as well.
8th frame for the turkey. 45-pin lead. Right at it again. Hard knock to the 10-pin. Down it goes. Lead expands, in control. Lauren throughout here. talked last night about interaction she has with Matt. PBA star bowlers, two-hander. There's Matt on left. Not too far from Lauren. Generally, she said when things don't go well, he's very helpful. But they do approach bowling a lot differently and look at the lanes differently.
Yeah, they're on opposite
Different
sides
opinions.
of the lane.
And that's a big part of it.
Exactly. But also a different perspective is a beautiful thing to have around.
Flat 10 there for Steph on lane 24. Trying for the turkey. Stay alive here in match 1. She said win or lose to us last night. This is a really good season for her. Got a tournament win. But trying to win a major, that's a big deal. 10-pin cross lane has that.
Anytime you don't have to bowl every single event in order to make tour championships and you're not sweating the number going into the week, it's been a great year. You grab a victory, you've had a ton of points, either way. Something to celebrate. It's hard to be in the top 24 on this tour.
She said to us last night she still finds so much joy in competing. In theory, closer to the end of her career, but a lot of great bowling still left for our 5 seed tonight. Nine pin, no help. No luck whatsoever for Steph.
This shot isn't that different from the ones before. The ball is just a bit angular down lane.
Nine pin has that, but the hole grows deeper. Down by 46, Lauren's on a roll to her foundation frame. Strike here will do it. Looking for the 4-bagger. I'll bet the watch party was still fun, though,
I bet it was.
for Chris and the kids. Lauren, wrap it up. Double wood 2-8 instead. But it's enough, and it's over. First match has been wrapped up here by Lauren Russo. She'll climb the ladder to the next match.
These next few shots for Lauren are all about information. What can I learn? What can I understand about the lanes I'm bowling on? The right lane's the only lane she has missed on. She did have lane choice in this first match. She will not in the preceding ones.
Two-8 covers there nicely. Anna Zavjalova is the next up as the 3 seed from Latvia. She bids for her 3rd career major. 2 Queen's titles for Diana Z, who bowled really well here this week. Birgit Norex of Germany is a 2 seed. Top seed is Jillian Martin from nearby Stowe, Ohio.
Check this out, Dave. Lauren's going to throw an Obsession Tour. This was the exact ball that she used to win her first title when we were in Southern Indiana.
Bringing it back.
Sometimes you have to.
Native of the Twin Cities, big Vikings fan. We had a little Viking chatter last night. I'm a
She
big
was
skull guy.
excited when she found
She
out
didn't
you
know.
were
She
a
said, "Let's
big
go."
Vikings fan.
Adrian Peterson, Randy Moss are 2 favorite Vikes. I go back a little further, just, well, a lot further. Being quite a bit older, but there are 2 legends right there. finishing out this match. She will advance. Diana is next. Football's here. See, I mean, it's right here. Preseason rolling on here. College football starts in the month. NFL. I know you're a hockey person. So
yes, but I still
pucks are
like
soon,
football.
too.
I still like football. Everybody asks me, who's your favorite team? I don't have one.
Okay.
Actively interviewing. Actively interviewing.
Gold Knights for hockey, but not the Raiders. You tell me.
Okay.
Not going to stick Vegas.
They are on the interview list. However, they haven't been the greatest.
Got the top pick, though. Got Mendoza,
They did.
QB. We'll see what happens.
And I'm an Indiana girl, so Mendoza,
That's right.
I'm a fan.
He's
you know
a pretty
what I'm
big
saying?
name in the Hoosier State.
Exactly. We're always good at basketball. We won a football national championship? That's insane.
Incredible.
It's insane. But I told my dad the other day, real quick, funny story. I said, hey, I'm thinking about being a Raiders fan. I'm considering it. Maybe. He said, that's such a bandwagon move. I said, how can you be a bandwagoner if they're not that great?
They've been bad for a long time.
I don't think that counts.
2:36 game for Lauren, finishing out with a strike on her field ball. And Steph's going to wrap up here in the 10th frame. What an effort for Stephanie Johnson to get this far. Incredible competition here last night. That final block of 8 games, match play into the positioning round game. Man, it was dramatic. So who's going to make that top 5? She felt very confident last night she could run the table and win her second major, but not going to happen here in Parma Heights. Not this time. Changed her flights, hotel, rental car return. Happily did it to hang around one more day here for the show. Lauren Russo, Diana Sid, great match coming up.
I'm excited about this one.
Lots to talk about with Diana Z. Number for 202. Got that. Trip 10 pin. Down it goes. Great week for Steph Johnson, but she falls to Lauren Russo. 236-202 in match 1 of our stepladder final here tonight. Just outside Cleveland, Ohio. Tour Championship is underway. Diana Zavjalova will be next up. Head-to-head with Lauren Russo. Match 2 is on the way here on Bowl TV and Bowling TV.
Got some exciting news.
We now have a pro subscription
for bowlers who really want to take their game to the next level.
The biggest thing, you can tag and label each game.
Whenever you use a ball, whatever oil pattern that you're on,
you can now track the ball's performance and compare balls side by side.
It is incredibly powerful, and it is going to help you analyze your game.
Boom! Try Lane Talk Pro free for 1 month. Upgrading the app, and we'll see you on Lane Talk.
What is it about bowling that captivates us so much? Mastery of the game is impossible, but perfection is just within reach. Success seems to lie 60 feet ahead, but the real battle takes place 6 inches between your ears. So if no matter how many times you fail, you would still do anything, and I mean anything, just to get 1% better. We know exactly how you feel.
Nine to make the show. There it is.
Ten is a win for Snodgrass.
Off his hands, it looks good. It looks good.
He's done it.
He's done it.
Welcome back, everyone. Lane Talk is a valuable USBC Gold partner. Stop by lanetalk.com and find live scoring links in centers across the U.S. and all the latest products to help you track your scores and improve your game. Storm is the leading manufacturer of high-performance bowling balls. Visit stormbowling.com to pick your next Storm bowling ball. And always remember to bowl up a storm. Dave said email Chase, our entire crew here outside Cleveland. Some practice shots. Julian Martin gets some balls in here. Our top seed. We'll see her in the final match. Trying to make history at just 22 years old. It's an amazing story. And Zavyalova as well, about to go head-to-head with Lauren Russo and Birgit Nordreichs from Germany. Little son Luca watching back home. Well, probably sleeping right now, but the German national team members that are home near Hamburg, Germany are streaming tonight. So, schönen guten Abend to them. And thanks for watching.
I got to share a meal with them when we were at the Hall of Fame dinner and induction for Kelly this year, and he was just the cutest thing. Like she means it when she says, like, he's just a happy baby. He was so happy the whole time. He was just interested in the bread.
Sure.
As we all are.
I think that works.
It's a universal thing.
Yeah, Birgit said to us last night, she do a FaceTime, and, little Luca's looking at it. Who is that?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
What?
He's only one. I mean, probably recognizes the voice more than anything else. Birgit is making her way over to email and joins him now. Guys, go ahead.
All right, Birgit, 24th to 2nd. Obviously, that's been the story, but you've been phenomenal last night. Big Ball outer limits or outer hole. What's going through your mind right now when you think about motherhood and to be back here, an opportunity for a major championship?
He's sleeping right now. Maybe he's dreaming of some strikes, and I just want to go home tomorrow and maybe take that trophy home. That would be great.
What is going to be for you the proudest moment, whether you win or not? What would be the proudest moment, knowing that you got back to your skill level and to be able to compete at the highest level on the PWBA tour?
Just really being on the show, that I even made it here, that I struck out the second event to even be in the top 24, that I still got to bowl, took the chance, and I'm still here bowling.
All right, good luck. All right, back to you.
Email thanks, partner. Lauren Russo. Winner in match 1. Took out Steph Johnson, looking to climb the ladder for her second career title and first ever major. It will not be easy against her next opponent.
Not going to be easy, but Diana just gave Lauren her preferred lane choice that she had in the last match. I find it interesting Diana wants to end the match on the left lane. That hasn't been a typical choice of our players who come to 23 and 24. Historically, and all the times we've bowled here, most matches, the player with the choice wants to do it on the right lane. So we'll see if it pays off here for Diana.
Great start there, partner, for Lauren. Crunches the pocket and down they go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our number 3 seed from Latvia, Miss Diana Zavyalova.
Back on TV in a major, as she was in India at the U.S. Open. And Sitchi told us last night she wanted to win that U.S. Open so badly and has her whole career that she got too stressed and didn't really look at the way the ball reaction was going in practice, stuck to an original plan. It didn't go well for her at Woodland that day. She said, I'm going to have more fun. I'm going to watch the ball roll, listen to the tour reps, and be flexible, be wide open. Husband EJ is here. The win from Dallas today.
I'll tell you, she's already being more open-minded than we typically see Diana be. When I asked her last night what bowling ball she might throw, a Bionic wasn't on the list. Not something she had anticipated throwing. She told me a Rockstar, a Phase 2, a Vengeance Returns, maybe a Transformer. So it tells me that she's already seeing things she hasn't maybe seen yet. The amount of practice these players get on this pair can really change the lanes quickly.
Not the start you wanted, though.
No, but she had a not so great start a couple nights ago and almost found a way to win. Like, the thing about Diana is she's always one move away from 4 in a row.
Two 8-10, tough split, and loses count there. 8-10 stand, open early. She told us that she went back to the interviews after winning the 2013-2017 USBC Queens to see the joy she had in the game and how she handled TV and her success. It's hard to believe, 9 years ago. Last major. Get some joy from a good ball here. Start the second. Perfection. Hammers the pocket, down they go.
This one about 17 or 18 through the arrows, right in a similar position to where both Stephanie and Lauren are on the lane.
Early lead for Lauren. Lane 24. Okay, trip 4-pin, down it goes. Southern Indiana Open in your home state, Clarksville, Indiana, her lone title so far. That was 2 years ago. And man, would she like to add to the total tonight here in Parma Heights at a major.
Scores were insane at that event. I remember them being so high, and Lauren set the tone, finished the job.
Fifth at the Rockford Open the season on. 8th in Greeley the next week at the Northern Colorado Open. Those are her best two finishes until now. Now she's thinking about a tour championship title. Looks for the first three. Out of the gate, game two. Got it. She's lined up. Stretch run of the Lucy. A pulled calf for Danish Toes last night that it was really sore. She was shocked. Very end of a time in Houston. The doubles event. Rested it for a while there. It flared up again here last night. We did talk to her pre-show. She said, slept on it, felt better when I woke up. A lot of stretching, a lot of PT. Try to get it loose.
And I will say, Dave, it's a quad injury.
Quad, excuse me.
Yes, yes, that left quad. I was fortunate to be in the building, be an alternate for this event, and I was watching the morning squad and happened to be near the pair that Diana was bowling on. That was great news for Diana. I'm sure that one was a test of what she wanted to see on that right lane. But I watched her shoot a 9-pin, and it looked like she was just uncomfortable. And then for the next 6 frames, there was not a shot that I saw that looked like Diana. And I was really concerned that she had injured it then. So it was even more interesting to know that she had injured it all the way back at the Lucy.
Whatever you want.
You know what you got for us?
All right, guys. I talked to Diana pre-show. You just talked about Sid the Bionic. It was a suggestion from husband EJ, and it's also a bowling ball that she hasn't thrown much all season long. Also, with respect to being open-minded, she talked to us about that last night. She didn't take very many shots on the stepladder pair tonight. So far, pretty solid.
Email, thanks for that. EJ right behind watching. Here's Diana. Tough break. 4, 6, 7. Split.
EJ, Diana's husband. You see the giant Bowling Lab logo on this shirt. That is their pro shops that they now own together. It's a labor of love. Diana said it's been great to have those when she was talking to us before the U.S. Open show to learn more information about bowling balls, be more knowledgeable. It's been a fun ride for her and EJ, setting up those shops and starting their own business.
Tough split here. 6 hands, another open frame. And Lauren on the bench sees the lead expand with her first 3 here in match 2. So when you see your opponent, even someone as great as Diana Zavialova, Sid, have some struggles, what does that do to your confidence as her opponent in Lauren's shoes here?
I don't think it does anything to your confidence, but it makes you feel like you don't have to be as perfect. So your mindset might adapt a bit. Especially for somebody like Lauren that has missed left and missed right and her bowling ball has done the correct thing. You'll hear bowlers say like, oh, I'm so lined up, my swing gets freer. I can play a little bit more free. When your opponent has the misses and your ball reaction's good, that's a dangerous place to be for the other person on the person on the other side of the ball return.
Torches the pocket there, partner. Down they go. Hammer time. A 47-pin lead. This is a chance for 57 early for Lauren. Dispatch of Steph Johnson in match 1. Way out in front of Diana. But there's a lot of bowling left. For the front 5. 57-pin lead, you better believe it. Tattoos the pocket, down they go. Shrapnel in the pit. Another great shot for Lauren Russo. Opens in the 1st and 4th for DZ. Spelling trouble against the perfect game. And she talked about that quad injury last night. She said, you know, she spends a lot of time in the gym. Very fit. And she said, why does this happen to me? I mean, come on. I put the work in. It's a tough sport physically. A lot better shot there for Diana.
It is. Rest and recovery are just as important as the work, and Diana does all the work that you could possibly imagine to be as fit as she can out here on tour. The biggest difference right now between Diana and Lauren is very simply that Lauren's ball roll is a bit more forward, less motion down lane. It's giving her more miss room. Right now when Diana misses, she's paying full price, circles on the board. Splits are hard to make.
Well, she said it was last night. She was frustrated with the way the other players broke down the lanes in Indy at this year's U.S. Open, and she wanted to win just too badly. Didn't have the right mental frame of mind entering the show that night. But no matter how you approach things against the perfect game, and when you don't have the good look, it can spell trouble. The double cut into the lead here. Badly needed. Good execution. 7-pin down late. Front 5 for Lauren. Big lead. .236 game. Overstep and hurt .202 in game 1. We're going to get halfway home to a perfect game.
Oh, my
8-pin,
goodness.
really good shot and no break.
Ooh. That hurt my heart. Oh my goodness.
Lawrence too.
You would never want to see this happen. Emil, what do you got?
You already know I'm heartbroken back here.
Emil.
You know I hate 8-pins. Hashtag team no 8-pin.
I know Emil hates to see him coming.
Looks for a nice pair, has the 8-pin. Stays clean. Perfect game bid over. And she talked to us, Sid, last night about her career. The National Coach of the Year already, done really well in the coaching ranks at Maryville in the St. Louis area. One title, a great career as a player in the college ranks, but wants to add the accolades as a pro. What a chance here tonight to beef up the resume. Up by 46, works on a spare. Right at it. Down they go. Lauren Russo in match 2 beats Steph Johnson in match 1, 236-202. A big lead. And that is Zabyalova in match 2. More coming up after this.
Get closer to the action. Follow PWBA's YouTube channel for content you won't find anywhere else.
Last place Larry gets mic'd up. No!
It's magnetic, so when I'm nervous, I can do like, ah! It's great. Yeah!
Phase 2 makes me want to open up too much, and I don't want to cover that many boards, so we're going to something that doesn't flare as much.
Oh, okay.
What the hell?
See it. I love bowling. At 8 a.m.
Hit subscribe and never miss a moment.
Welcome back, everyone. Yorktown Lanes, Parma Heights, Ohio. We're not far from downtown Cleveland. And operated by the Cottrell family, originally founded in 1959 by James, and management spanned multiple generations. Jeremy, Aaron, Victor. Proprietors here, we appreciate all of their support, hospitality. Awesome for the players, right?
Yeah, they've been so great. They're very welcoming, give us anything that we need, make sure that we feel at home when we're in their center.
Okay, out of the break. Match 2, double for Diana, but it's in a big hole, down 46. It is go time for DZ right here, right now. There's the cut to 36. Out of the break. We've seen this before. 2-8-10.
Yeah, because of the bowling ball Diana's choosing to throw, and because she has quite a bit more rotation, you see that bowling ball not traveling as much end over end. She creates more shape, and so because she creates more shape, she has to be a bit more risky. And unfortunately for her, when she misses to the right, the risk doesn't necessarily pay off.
Two at 10, twice on the right lane for Diana. 2 at yes, 10 pin no. Open frame, and that hill just got a lot bigger. Five titles, 2 majors. 2013, 2017 USBC Queens. Runner-up in 24th U.S. Open to Sydney Jane. Their last title, Waterloo, Iowa in 2023. Diana comes in high, missed the target again. 3-6 up for her.
My heart breaks because you can just tell how disappointed she is in the performance for today. For somebody like Diana who just wants to win so badly, and you keep putting yourself in a position to win and you just come up short, it can be hard to look at how many times you're getting there. And yeah, you're not winning all of the time, but putting yourself in a position to win in the sport of bowling is already difficult enough. You know, when we walk in here every week, there's 80 to 120 women, you know, at the Queens, even more than that want to win. And so finding yourself with an opportunity to do so on the last day of the season is a big deal. And Diana, I hope, can find a way to know that continuing to put herself in that position, although it didn't pay major dividends this year, it's going to do so in the future years. There's no doubt about it.
Lauren's wrapped this one up already here, partner. Early. And she will move up. Birgit Norreichs, the 2 seed, is next here. Jillian Martin, the local star, just 22 years old, goes for a second major of the season. Won the U.S. Open. An incredible roll-off match.
Lauren's going to get a look at this Obsession Tour again.
Diana was a 3 seed at the U.S. Open this year. Lost to Jillian Martin, climbed the ladder. 172, 166. It's all working well here, Sid, for Lauren.
It is, and she's just going to get a look at this over and over again, and if it becomes right, everybody else should probably watch out. She's seen herself win with this one before. She'll be able to easily visualize her ball going through the pins the right way.
Diana beat Shannon Plahowski back in 2023, last title. Waterloo Open. Almost exactly 3 years ago, mid-August.
Diana's going to try and learn something here, get a look at a different bowling ball, a phase 2, one she thought she might throw this week. That she did throw this week, that she thought she might throw on the show. I like that choice better. It's a slower option than a bionic. It would allow her to be more herself with her rotation, not have to be as perfect down lane.
She was the 4 seed that night in the Hawkeye State. The effort will fall a little short here, but really good week for Diana. Ultra competitive field of 24 battling through 3 8-game blocks of match play to get this far to the top 5. It was tough. She said it was last night. It's about that quad injury we documented. She really thought it'd be a better TV experience for her. She wanted so badly to win. The mindset was better, but sometimes, Sid, the game doesn't match it. It's a tough sport. Really tough. And Lauren's bowling great.
Yeah, that's the hard part, is when your opponent, you think they may only miss once or twice. I was on the other side of that with Diana just this week. When you think that's going to happen, you already feel like your ball motion's not that great, and now you have to throw it nearly perfect. It's not a fun place to play from, and her whole goal was to have a bit more fun on this show. It's really hard to do that when you feel like you have to throw it really great.
Well, she said it was she wanted to take in the moment. Field ball for Diana. Wrap up the Knights. Good finish. And a 166 game for Diana Zabialova. Her night comes to an end. 3 seed. Overcomes the quad injury to compete here tonight. Lauren Russo is on a roll. It's all coming together for the coach. Starts her 10th. 10 pin off the 236 game against Steph Johnson.
Not a big surprise that it flat 10s on the right lane when it ran over the 8-9 on the left. The right lanes in this building are tighter for the most part, aside from maybe a pair or two. 23 and 24, they're quite a bit different. Lauren's going to grab another bowling ball to look at. It's an alert. So a similar type of bowling ball, aside from the fact that this one is symmetric, where the other ones are what we call baby ASIMs, not a ton of intermediate diff.
Field ball here for Lauren Russo. Good finish. 236 in game one, 258 in match two. And Lauren Russo dispatches of Dina Zavjalova, the 3 seed, finishing a great week of bowling here in suburban Cleveland. Birgit Norreichs, the 2 seed, is next. Who can stop Lauren Russo right now? It's going to be a tall order for Birgit.
Got some exciting news.
We now have a pro subscription
for bowlers who really want to take their game to the next level.
The biggest thing, you can tag and label each game.
Whenever you use a ball, whatever oil pattern that you're on,
You can now track the ball's performance and compare balls side by side.
it is incredibly powerful and it is going to help you analyze your game.
Boom! Try Lane Talk Pro free for 1 month. Upgrading the app, and we'll see you on Lane Talk.
What is it about bowling that captivates us so much? Mastery of the game is impossible, but perfection is just within reach. Success seems to lie 60 feet ahead, but the real battle takes place 6 inches between your ears. So if no matter how many times you fail, you would still do anything, and I mean anything, just to get 1% better. We know exactly how you feel.
Nine to make the show. There it is. Ten is a win for Snodgrass.
Off his hands. It looks good. It looks good.
He's done it.
He's done it.
Hey everyone, I'm Valerie Bercier. I was the 2019 PWBA Rookie of the Year, and today's Coach Plus tip of the week is creating stability at the foul line in order to prevent injury. Power in bowling comes from the legs. So if you can have your foot, knee, and hips in proper alignment, you're going to be able to hit your target accurately and prevent injury. It's really important to create stability at the line, to have your foot positioning toward your target, a straight alignment from your feet all the way up through your hip in order to prevent hip injuries. I was dealing with an injury earlier this season. I worked on a no-stepped drill where my trail leg was just softly behind my knee, balance arm out to the left, ball here, shoulders stable, and that can prevent a little extra torque in your hip. And then you can do a one-step drill where you just drop your trail leg and create stability. It also improves accuracy too, which as a female bowler, that's exactly what we need. With a lower rev rate, we need to be as accurate as possible. Ensuring proper stability at the line improves accuracy and prevents injury.
Hey Valerie, thanks so much for PWBA Tour Rookie of the Year in 2019. The Coach Plus tip of the week. Great info from Valerie Bercier. Our top seed, Jillian Martin, joined now by email.
All right, Jillian, here we go. Top seed. We talked last night. It's been a big opportunity for you all season to have fun. How will you have fun tonight? Hopefully it results in a win.
I think for me it's just smiling, laughing, having a good time. Trying to make it less serious than it really is. I know obviously going out here for a major title, it's a really big deal, but for me it's just bowling. So getting back to the basics like I do in practice and just trying to make good shots the whole time.
Okay, you kind of just describe the year and really in the season, right? Because at the beginning of the year, you were still in Nebraska, finishing up, trying to lead your team to a national championship. You graduate, you come out here, and I feel like you needed a few events to kind of get the feet underneath you. How would you describe the season to this point?
Yeah, it's been really a roller coaster, but so far it's kind of been a nice little progression uphill. So just gonna kind of try to keep that rolling, but missed a lot of cuts there in the middle of the season and really just got back to work and just try to be me and who I know I like to bowl like. So just working on that. I think we're in a good spot right now.
All right, I saw a lot of family this week. I know the gallery is going to be booming tonight. I saw some more people come in just a few minutes ago. What's it like to be able to be 40 minutes away, essentially, and see some familiar faces?
It's awesome. I'm just really happy to be here and just grateful that I was able to bowl well enough to give myself this experience. So just a lot of people who normally wouldn't necessarily get the opportunity to see me bowl are going to be behind me tonight, and that just means the world to me that they care so much and that they're here supporting.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, back to you.
Emo, thanks so much. Boom, when she strikes. I heard that quite a bit. You're the building here last night. En route to the top seed, looking for a second major of the year, and a quick drive from home. Lots of family and friends here tonight for Jillian. Lane choice for Birgit. 2 seed against the 4 seed. Lauren Russo, who has been on a roll, 236, 258 games. Encouragement in her corner from Swedish star Nora Johansson. It is time to bowl match 3 here, Sid. Should be a tremendous head-to-head game.
Nobody wants to let Lauren finish on the left lane. That's what I've learned from our lane choice over the last 2 matches.
Here we go. Match 3. Nicely done again. Labels the pocket. Sit down they go. As those pins got torched.
Gentlemen, please welcome our number 2 seed from Germany, Miss Birgit Norreichs.
Heading home back of the Atlantic to Deutschland tomorrow, hopefully with a trophy. And a big check tonight on the line for Birgit.
She goes, I have no idea how I would get that home.
I have to buy another suitcase. You could check that. Depends how we probably have with the balls a lot.
I think a shipping label sounds about right.
Exactly. On lane 24. Okay. Near 7-10 split and then the strike.
This one gets pretty far to the right. I was asking Birgit last night, hey, why do you like the outer limits black hole on this pattern? She said, doesn't hook, doesn't get offline. It's a bowling ball that has a pretty aggressive core in it, but that cover wants to get through the front part of the lane, and it wasn't a surprise to me that that was her answer. I wanted to hear it from her rather than, make it up in my own head, but it makes a ton of sense. She already has a knack for getting the ball through the front part of the lane anyways on her own, so adding a tool that's going to make that even easier is great for Birgit.
Soup in there for Birgit. First only major so far, USBC Queens, Addison, Illinois, Stardust. That's outside Chicago. That was 4 years ago. Other titles, Go Bowling Classic in Arlington, Texas, 2021. And the Lucy with Jason Sterner in 2017 in Houston. Great career on the German national team, 6-time German Player of the Year. Has the mark. The problem with non-strikes tonight is that Lauren has been on a tear. See if she can keep it going. Second frame here. Wow, trip 10 pin again. 60 feet to success for Lauren. Right at it. One more time, Sid.
Yeah, it's just not a surprise. I really appreciate how much forward ball roll Lauren has and what that creates for her on a pattern like this.
Two games, 247 average. That'll do it. Trying to stay red hot. Again. A strong start with the first 3.
See if Lauren's migrated at all. Not even a little bit, it seems. She's been in the same part of the lane. Hasn't had to adjust very much at all.
Back to Birgit. Okay.
I believe that that is where she's trying to throw her shots. Those first 2 frames a bit too far to the right down lane. I'm not sure if that was intentional or maybe she saw her ball get back from there in practice and then realized I can't quite throw it over there and made an adjustment with her eyes. But either way, that one was as good as it gets. This left lane does hook more. There will probably be a small adjustment with her feet and her eyes, but the down lane target will remain nearly the same.
Her philosophy, we asked her last night about trying to win a major, what it would mean. She said, I'm not going to think about it being a major. It's just a show. It's just a match. See if that mentality pays off. Trip 10 pin, good shot.
That one was a bit steeper, but it got back. That's a great sign for Birgit. She may just be able to challenge with how much Lauren has been striking.
And Russo keep rolling here. Up by 10 pins, looks for the front 4. Blazing start for the Minnesotan. Not this time. Luck runs out, and the big 4 standing between Lauren and success in this frame.
If that one struck, Lauren had a part of that trophy already put in a bag somewhere. That's for sure. That one was pretty far to the left.
Pays a big price. Opening for Birgit. Trying for the big 4. It's a tough one. Good bid.
You might get the bounce here. You never know. Yorktown Lanes likes to give you those.
Pins fly around, don't they? The pin.
Oh, yeah. It's a good time. That's
Can
why we
be.
like coming here.
Can be. 4-7 stands, so an open frame, and the strike streak comes to an end for Lauren.
Well, when you know you always have a chance for a pin to come out of the back, it's a little more optimistic than if you're like, I just know it's going to die back there.
Birgit's ahead. First time Lauren's been trailing. And this her 3rd match. The frame off the open on lane 23. Help for the 10, a nudge, but not enough. And it stands.
This ball just a bit slow off of the friction. You see it deflect through the 9 pin. Fortunate not to leave a 7-10 there. It was standing for a moment.
Got to become a spare shooter now after all those strikes. 10 pin, cross lane. And takes care of business, 9 spare. But here's Birgit. Up 8. Looks for the turkey, an 18 pin lead.
Birgit is battling an injury as well. Tennis elbow flaring up. She started out this week, the first 2 events, with a glove on of sorts to try and protect it. And she said, you know what? I would rather just feel like myself, know my ball's going to do the right thing when I release it off of my hand and feel a little bit of pain and let it heal after this than use a tool I haven't been using the rest of the season. And I think a lot of players that are listening can relate to that quite a bit. The familiarity of what you're used to sometimes can outweigh a bit of a discomfort. The tape she has on her arm does have a little bit of like a a cooling sensation to it. So not only is it supported, it also allows it to feel a bit better, provide a bit of relief from the inflammation she's more than likely feeling.
Well done cross lane for the 10 pin, so a nice spare off the double. Keeping things very close here in our third match. Heard from Jillian Martin a moment ago, our top seed with email. She awaits the winner. Birgit. No help on the 10 pin again.
Everything in me is screaming that ball is just a bit too clean. And it's being so picky, but you can see it doesn't want to start to really change direction until the shadowing changes as it goes into the pin deck, where the reflection of the Tour Championships, name was on the lane. That's pretty far down there. We might want it just a foot or two sooner than that.
10 pin, second show of the year. Also the Bowl TV Open in Rochester, New York. 4 seed lost to 3 seed Julia Bond, 235-221. Birgit Norikes from Germany. Lauren Russo, originally from Minnesota. Head-to-head max 3. More coming up from Parma Heights.
Get closer to the action. Follow PWBA's YouTube channel for content you won't find anywhere else.
Last place Larry gets mic'd up.
No! It's magnetic, so when I'm nervous, I can do like, ah! It's great. Yeah!
Phase 2 makes me want to open up too much, and I don't want to cover that many boards, so we're going to something that doesn't flare as much.
Okay.
What the hell?
See it. I love bowling. At 8 a.m.
Hit subscribe and never miss a moment.
Welcome back, everyone. Kegel, the official lane maintenance provider of the United States Bowling Congress and the PWBA. Sid, email our entire crew. Cecil Scarborough on the score for us here tonight. Just outside downtown Cleveland, midway through our third match, Russo Norikes. Lauren trying to climb the ladder in the final event of 2026. One chance left for a repeat winner. That's our top seed, Julia Martin. Out of the break, Lauren Russo, nice shot.
That looked like a move to the left from Lauren. Let's see if it was. She was at about 16 or 17 through the arrows. Yep, that one at 19. Similar position down lane. A bit further left, realistically, but I think that's more because the ball's picking up early. It just doesn't want to get over there.
Striking the sixth out of the break. Chance for a lead here. Seventh frame, down 6. Had the first 3, the open and the fourth problematic. With the big 4. Big shot. Go back in front. 4-7.
It looks like Lauren didn't make the same move on this left lane. I am a firm believer inside Yorktown lanes, if you flat 10, move left. Ball probably hooked early. It's not that it went too long. And so a move on both lanes would have been warranted more than likely. It's just on the right lane at big forward where the left lane it hooked so early at flat 10.
4-7, keeping things really close. While we have a moment, congratulations, New Wave Fen, back-to-back Player of the Year. Won the points
Incredible.
race to make it official yesterday. That was quite a scene to see her do it 2 years in a row. What a talent. Huh?
It was incredible. I had someone message me and they were like, I don't understand how Jillian isn't player of the year. And I said, yeah, that's how incredible Wave's season was. She was consistent. I think she made 6 shows.
It's all about points, not a vote in the PWBA Tour. Birgit works on a spare, right at it. Perfection. Rockets through the pocket, down they go.
From what I've seen this week, watching this event for the last 2 days and now again today, the ball motion that Birgit has in this moment right now is more opportune to have miss room than what Lauren has. Lauren's is hooking early. It gets offline a bit too soon. But if you look back 7 frames ago, I wouldn't have been able to say the same sentence. That's how quickly the lanes can change between the practice and what the players do to them. So Birgit right now has a bit of the upper hand with the ball motion, but Lauren would be 1 move away or 1 ball choice away from being in the same boat as Birgit is right now.
For the double 16-pin lead here, Sid got that. Hammers the 1-3 pocket, down they go into the pit.
Every time I watched a player when they were bowling match play, I was like, I think I'd rather be throwing a cleaner bowling ball because I was always prepared in case I had to go in for someone or what happened, and I was making sure the balls were organized in the paddock just in case. And I always noticed that cleaner bowling balls looked a little bit better, especially as we got later into a block, which is where they're at right now in the stepladder finals.
Rousseau works on a spare. Trip 10-pin with a big knock on number 10. Down it goes.
That was really good from Lauren.
Foundation frame looks for the double here. Got it to 6. Julian Martin away from our show set. Getting some practice in, trying to stay loose. Physically and mentally. Relax. 1 match to a second major for her this year. Foundation frame starts here for Russo. Trip 10-pin, down it goes. Cut into the lead again, but here's Birgit looking for the turkey. Email, what do you have for us?
Guys, don't forget that Outer Limits Black Hole was so good for a Birgit last night. She went 7-1 in the round 3 of match play, 228 over that 8 games, of course, catapulting herself into second.
It also got her into the cut at the Queens. She shot 240, 240. She was outside of the number, 80 over for the last 2 to get in.
Starts your ninth, looking for 3 in a row, and the 7-pin is stubborn. Trying to pull away late, but she can't do it.
That was big. It gives an opportunity for Lauren to have ball in hand now.
Seven-pin has that. Nice pair on the ninth, but it's not over yet. Long way from that.
Birgit did have lane choice, so she wanted to finish on this left lane. Doesn't feel like a surprise to me that she would want the lane that hooks more. .227 now her max. Russo's max now 232.
We just might have a fantastic finish here. Birgit's first in the 10th. Great execution. And down they go. It's almost 2 in the morning in Germany. There's no Mom Trudy in the group we're watching.
Nothing a little midday nap can't prepare you for.
You got to prep during the day with a nap, no question.
Yeah, absolutely.
That trophy's on the line here tonight. Second of the 10th. The star from Germany. Right at it, right on it. Down they go.
She's given herself a good opportunity here.
A strike for 227. 10 pin, doesn't quite get there. 226, her number. Up steps Lauren. Double and 5. Got to do it. For 227. Got to have a strike.
Lauren big forward on this lane in the 4th frame. Since then, struck both times.
So clutch all night. First in the 10th. There's one. Down they go.
In that very first match, Lauren had the opportunity to have lane choice versus Stephanie Johnson. This one gets a bit further to the right, but it gets up the hill. She chose to finish on this right lane, so she likes it. There's no doubt about it. Her opponents just simply noticed that she has struck nearly every time she's bowled on the left lane prior to this match against Birgit. Exactly. Like, hey, you know, if you're deciding between the two, if your opponent hasn't missed on one of them, you should probably make them finish on the other one. Well, I'm not sure that maybe we thought about Lauren liked something about that right lane from the jump.
Four seeds, got to have it. Russo, not this time, it's the 2-pin. And Birgit Norik's on the bench, is going to advance. To take on the top seed, Jillian Martin here tonight. So close. Great ball tonight for Lauren Russo, but not enough. 226, 221. In match 3. And it comes down to the top 2 seeds. Nora Johansson and Birgit will celebrate for now. Jillian Martin, the top seed from Stowe, Ohio. Only 40 minutes from here awaits Birgit. The championship match from suburban Cleveland is on the way.
The final major of the PWBA Tour season is upon us tonight at Yorktown Lanes in Palmer Heights, Ohio. But before we crown a champion at the season-ending major, let's recap the previous 3 stops on the PWBA Tour. Stars of both the PBA and PWBA Tours took center stage at the Striking Against Breast Cancer mixed doubles event in Houston, Texas, which raises money for breast cancer research and originally began in honor of the late Lucy Bonneau. 2 young stars shined the brightest as Spencer Robarge and Annalise O'Brien came up clutch in the 10th frame to win the of the thing. It was the second PBA title of the season for Robarge, while O'Brien nabbed her first professional title. The tour then moved to Northeast Ohio for the final 3 events of the national season, which began with the PWBA Cleveland Open. Needing a big week to secure a spot in the season-ending Tour Championship, Singapore's Shayna Ung was up to the task after qualifying for the stepladder finals as the #1 seed to face Jordan Snodgrass. In a low-scoring match, Ung capitalized on a late mistake from Snodgrass to win the tournament 195 to 186
for her 4th career PWBA title. The PWBA Pepsi Open was the second event of the week, and Alexis Runk let the competition know early she was going to be the front runner. She qualified as the top seed after working her way through 2 best-of-5 bracket matches in the finals. There, she dispatched Diana Zavjalova in the first semifinal, and finally Stephanie Zavala in the title match to win the coveted and first career PWBA title. Who will take home the season's final major, the PWBA Tour Championship? And boy, does she look pretty. Find out Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern on Bowling TV.
Okay, Mill, great work, partner. Here we are on Bowl TV and Bowling TV. Jillian Martin, our top seed. Birgit Norreich's championship match is on the way here tonight. One bowler takes home that big trophy that Emil had a moment ago. In that shot, big prize money as well. Practice shots here for Jillian Martin, getting loose, getting ready as the top seed. USBC is working to build a future for the sport of bowling at all levels. Visit bowl.com today to find out more. The Bowling Proprietors Association of America is a nonprofit organization, the only one in the world that serves the specific yet diverse interest of bowling center owners. What is going through young Jillian Martin's mind right now? Sit in your mind.
I'd love to know the answer to that question, because she's throwing a bowling ball we would have not expected her to throw whatsoever. She's also a lot further left. She said that she would plan to go further left, but she's done so most of the time with like an IQ Sapphire. Very clean bowling ball. They drilled up, hyped up last night. Also something she would have anticipated to throw. Jillian made the choice for Birgit to start the match on the left lane.
Four titles for Jillian, 2 majors, only 22 years old. She turned 22 last month. 9 straight stepladder show wins for her. Brilliant on TV. And this young phenom trying for another major here tonight. Possibility of the modern day Triple Crown. US Open, USBC Queens Tour Championship. Would be the youngest ever to do that. Birgit Norreich has other ideas. Match underway. Great shot there from Birgit.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our #1 seed from Stowe, Ohio, Miss Jillian Martin.
Big rooting section for the local star from here in Northeast Ohio.
It's so interesting. Most of her practice shots that went down the lane were with a different bowling ball than the one she's going to start with here. This feels normal. This feels like what I watched Jillian do for 24 games in order to get here, to be the #1 seed. She has 3 of this exact bowling ball at the ready to throw.
Avoids big trouble. First shot, 10-pin for her.
Jillian's a lot further left than anybody else has been. That one 23 to 24 at the arrows. So she has 0 traffic in the front part of the lane. The ball's already going to get through it pretty clean. On top of that, she's going to throw one of the cleanest balls that her company makes with an IQ Sapphire.
Cross lane, 10-pin got that, has the mark. First time in her young career she's been the top seed in a major, 2nd overall. Bowl TV Classic, Arlington, Texas, 2021 was the top seed. Won that. On lane 23. Looking 7-shot, 10-pin stands.
As somebody watching a lot of the 24 games, one thing I noticed about Jillian is I always felt really sketched out through 5 or 6 frames. Like I was like, oh man, is this pair a lot different? Like, what's about to happen? And then all of a sudden, she would have the back 4 to 6 in a row to save a game, win a match, have a great score at the end of the game, which is all that matters. And so, to me, although the ball motion doesn't look incredible through 2 frames, I also know what has happened throughout the majority of the event for her to end up in this position.
You saw it firsthand.
Yes, absolutely.
Here's Birgit off a 226-221 win. Exciting match with Lauren Russo. Needed double and 5 pins to win by 1, but couldn't do it.
That was left. It pushes through there. That's bad news for Jillian. It's great news for Birgit. When I saw what happened in the practice time before the show started, I said, I think if Lauren Russo can find a way to see her ball hook early and adapt quickly, she'd be the person to beat on the show aside from Jillian. If not, it would be Birgit, because both of those players have had a decently easy time getting their ball through the front part of the lane the right way. Unfortunately for Lauren, those lanes did change. It was just 1 frame too late, that move. But Birgit here with a really big opportunity.
Well, by 21 does just that. Down they go. Good start. First 3 for Birgit. Let's go to email.
All right, Dave, real quick. I mean, obviously, Birgit is doing her thing, and I asked Jason Wozner, hey, anything we're going to change, anything that could be different? He said, nope, we're going to throw 12 great shots, already 3 up, 3 down.
Great stuff, email.
That's the most Woj answer I've ever heard. I love it.
12 good ones.
I love
First
it.
strike of the championship match there, set for Jillian.
When Woj sees something similar to this, where it's just a really great shot and the ball motion is really good, that one deflects through the 9-pin a bit. But when he sees what's happening with Birgit, when Woj is walking through the pairs, he'll say to the players that he sees that has great ball motion, he'll just say, hey, repeat that for a little bit. We'll see how things go today. That's a very normal answer from him. He works really hard out here for the Brands of Brunswick, just like Joey does for Storm, and their work does not go unnoticed by the players. There's no doubt about that.
Martin for the double. Right on it. There's some booms from the crowd. Her dad's golf buddies have come out even to support Jillian. So close to home, less than a 45-minute drive. Got the double. But Birgit up 11. Looks for the front 4. And we asked Birgit last night about Jillian's success winning so much at a young age. She said, I'm just amazed. What a young star. Just thinking about winning right now. 1 match to go. Right at it again. 4 up, 4 down for Birgit.
The other thing about Birgit, too, when it comes to the drama surrounding Jillian being the #1 seed and what's available for her to be able to win, is knowing Birgit and appreciating who she is. And I mean this respectfully. She's so focused on herself, it's irrelevant. She's just, I need to make my 12 good shots, and whatever is going to happen is going to happen. And Jillian's story is her own, and she will own whatever happens to her. But I have to be myself, and if I do that, more than likely it will give me a chance to have an opportunity at another major championship here tonight.
For the front 5. Birgit again. Smack down to the 7-pin. Down it goes. Jillian down 31 for the turkey. Trying to respond, and does just that. Tattoos the pocket, shrapnel in the pit. That was a great shot for the hat trick.
43 days to hockey season, Dave.
I thought that might have listened to the response.
I'm counting down.
I was hoping it would.
We'll stick around for football season, though. Don't worry. Until my adopted team is out, and then I'll lock in on hockey season.
Okay. We'll track that for you. 4-bagger. Jillian cut it to 11. It's a big one here in our title tilt tonight. Got another one.
Should have looked back for a second. She's like, did that 6-pin stand? What just happened?
Double checking.
Yeah, but as she threw this shot, this one's still about 23 or 24 through the arrows. I heard her yell hit, which means she's not quite sure if it's going to shape the correct way down lane. It didn't. And she got really fortunate that the pins fell her way. That response is every bowler.
For the front 6, go up by 21 again. Wow, ringing 10-pin. Really good shot, but no break. And no perfect game. There was a $10,000 bonus on the line for a perfect game.
Yes, thank you to Go Bowling.
Absolutely. Ten-pin, got it. Looking for her first win in 4 years. Second major. First title since becoming a mom. Think Luca's awake?
I hope not.
It's late. Probably not.
For Dad's case, I hope not.
2:15 a.m. over there in Germany. But Norik's house. Everyone's watching closely. Big shot. For the front 5, 9 spare, then another for Birgit. Halfway home to a second career major. A lead by 10. When we come back, though, Jillian's working on a 4-bagger. We're back in a moment here on Bowling TV and Bowl TV. Welcome back, Yorktown Lanes, Parma Heights, Ohio. We are not far from downtown Cleveland, Northeast Ohio, and what a finish we have on tap here. Birgit Norik's the 2 seed. Jillian Martin, top seed, trying for a second major. Can she become the youngest ever for the modern-day Triple Crown at 22 years old? Can she become a 2-time winner on tour? That'll be the first in 2026. Or will Birgit win another major? We're about to find out. Seventh for Jillian to tie it. 7-pin. Good shot. Good shot.
That pushed a lot through the middle part of the lane. A lot. That one left of target at the arrows just a bit, but it never gets right of that 3-pin.
Strike streak snapped at 4.
That's a fortunate break for Birgit, seeing Jillian leave the stuff 7, because that could have just as easily have fallen as it did stand.
She was trying to relax here tonight. Told us she's going to treat it like bowling league, just smile and have fun out there. But you can say that the night before, and then you get out here on the show for a major and a tight match. Let's see how this youngster responds again. Been spectacular under pressure. So early in her career on lane 23. Okay. 4 to 7, down it goes. And down to the wire we go, Sid.
Yeah, and I'm shaking my head in the booth a bit because she chose to finish on the left lane. And both of the last 2 shots on that left lane have not been convincing through the pins. And when you need one for a championship, you want to know your ball's going to do the right thing if you put it in the correct spot. And so right now I'm not sure she can say that with everything in her. And that's not a great feeling.
Very good for the double to expand the lead. 10 pin only.
Birgit's only misses coming on this lane. Both of them wrap 10s at about 22 through the arrows, so 2 to 3 further right than Jillian is.
All 3 and 10 pin. Got that. Stays solid. Shot maker. Out of the 9th. 11 pin difference. Comes in high this time. 3-6-10 stand for Birgit. She had struck there. She couldn't have been shut out. Now things change with 7 in the foundation frame. Covers nicely. 3-6-10 down the line. Here comes the kid. Seen a lot of these smiles on these shows before, haven't we? 2024 USBC Queens in Green Bay. U.S. Open this year.
If she strikes here, yeah, if she strikes here, strike 9 spare.
Strike 9 spare.
Guarantees a win.
Would be a winner. Wow. Huge shot. Foundation frame wants it. Has it. Trip 10 pin. 1 step closer.
I felt like that right lane has been really good for Jillian throughout the match. The left lane is the one I'm worried about because the ball hasn't been convincing going through the pins. Getting there, I feel good about it. I think it's going to get to the 1-3. It just doesn't knock down all 10.
Strike 9 spare. We'll do it on that tough lane. With a chance at women's bowling history and the big prize money of $30,000 to the winner. First in the 10th for Martin. Looking for it. Got to it. The messenger to the 10 pin, and down it goes. Incredible. High drama with a scout sit.
Yeah. Man, oh man. I hate to say it. It's a flat 10 with a friend, right? When you get the messenger, you love it. You love when it happens. If you're Jillian in this moment, you're just trying to grab another pocket hit. That's all you're going to do. Make the spare if you leave it.
A strike for a championship for Jillian. 7 pin. Just needs that.
It's all she had to do. She doesn't have to make it strike. She just has to hit the 1-3. It doesn't matter how you get 9 in that moment. You just want to get 9. Doesn't matter how they fall down.
One more smile. For
Must
championship. Seven pin for Jillian Martin. She's got it! Jillian Martin has made women's bowling history. She will win the 2026 PWBA Tour Championship and become the youngest ever at 22 years old to win the modern Triple Crown. USBC Queens, US Open, and now the Tour Championship. For the local hero, only 22 years old, Jillian Martin. Wow.
It's been incredible bowling by Jillian for the last 24 games and now 25, including this one. Birgit, a great showing. 24th in the points coming into the event. Found herself in the second seed.
A second title in 2026, a third major in her incredible career at only 22 years old. Jillian Martin wins the PWBA Tour Championship near hometown of Stowe, Ohio. Unforgettable. OHIO chant here in Northeast Ohio. We'll take a break and hear from the happy winner, $30,000 richer. Not one, but two majors in 2026 for Jillian Martin. Celebration time here at Yorktown Lanes, Parma Heights, Ohio. Jeremy and Aaron Cottrell, proprietors, joined by Sid and our happy winner, Jillian Martin. Sid, go ahead.
All right, everybody, I am here with our 2026 PWBA Tour Championships winner. Jeremy, would you like to present the check?
On behalf of Yorktown Lanes, we'd like to present you this very large check for $30,000.
Thank you.
And Aaron with our trophy.
Jillian, I'm sure this is going to be just one of many in your career. You're so young, a lot to go. Nowhere to go but up from here. So add this to the list, make room at home, get a bigger shelf. Congratulations.
She's been practicing her reps with the US Open trophy. Got it? Okay, so she's ready to hold this one is what she told me. Jillian, you just became the youngest Triple Crown winner in the modern day era. I said those words and now what do you feel?
I am honestly just shocked. This was a really special moment. I have a lot of pretty awesome people in the crowd tonight, and just getting to do it in my home state. I've been staying at home pretty much the whole week, and I'm so grateful right now. That's the one word that comes to mind.
You walked in the building this evening knowing you only had to win one match. Once you saw that you were bowling Birgit, a former Queens champion as well, a major champion, what went through your mind in order to win this trophy you're holding now?
You know, I figured it was going to be a tough match. I saw her ball reaction. I thought it was really great, and she's just an absolute phenomenal shot maker. And so I knew I just really had to go out there and stay grounded and give it everything I got. Opening up with two spares when she opened up with the front five, I was like, wow, we got a lot of work to do. But that's just the mental training and just giving it every single percent, every single shot.
There were moments this season that you weren't the most proud of. You told us last night. You had a few events that weren't your best. You still became a US Open champion and a Tour Champs champion. What were the changes that you made that allowed you to do that?
A lot of practice, just in between, just trying to get the game back to where I wanted it. And, you know, I think the mental side obviously too, but for me, I just really struggled a lot physically. And so it was just a lot of time spent working with my coach, William, and just trying to get things down to where I wanted them to be so I could execute as consistently as possible.
There are so many people who say you have to come out on tour and you have to fail a whole bunch in order to win first. I think you've proven that a bit wrong. What would you say, what would your advice be to the girls coming out of college that, you know what, you can win right away? What do you have to believe?
In yourself, 100%. And I think that's just the whole part of the process. And just put in the work every single day, but your dreams are possible and they're right in front of your eyes. You just got to trust yourself, give it your all, and be present.
Congratulations to our 2026 PWBA Tour Championships winner, Jillian Martin.
The top seed has done it. 247, 221 over the 2 seed Birgit Norix here tonight. And another major for this young superstar. She'll get it right set up, don't worry. She'll get that all figured out. She's figured out everything else. That'll do it for our coverage here on Bowling TV and Bowl TV. Thanks for streaming with us here tonight. I'd like to send special thanks to the Bowling Proprietors Association of America and BPAA Board, United States Bowling Congress, and USBC Board of Directors, Professional Women's Bowlers Association. Kegel, the official lane maintenance provider of the USBC. The competitor is amazing again here tonight, providing exciting competition to watch. The Bowl TV community and fans of bowling. Now for Sid Brummett, Amy Williams Jr., I'm Dave Ryan saying thanks for joining us and good night. Remember on Bowl TV, bowling lives here.